If you don't know who Faris Hammadi is, I call him Rabbi Faris. Here's Rabbi Faris. This guy is literally just 7 years ago, he was doing CrossFit. He was a CrossFit coach and he had a gym in the UAE. That was his job. And then suddenly he became a sheikh, a scholar, and he goes online and he says outrageous things that we'll talk about. So, my girl's stronger than you. That's his shirt, as he's doing CrossFit. Very funny shirt to be wearing for a Muslim scholar. And then we can't go through Faris Hammadi's whole record, but he got a lot of heat and a lot of backlash because when there were these boycotts announced against Starbucks and McDonald's, he came out and said that, well, boycotting is haram. Boycotting is haram. You can't boycott Starbucks. And he even at one point said that if you boycott Starbucks, you're a terrorist. He said khariji. Like he called those who are boycotting as khawarij. So being a khariji basically means you're a terrorist and you're a deviant if you boycott Israel. And if you don't believe me that that's what he said, we can watch this. Here we go. Let's see. Hopefully you can hear this.
Country. When you go to the public and say, hey guys, everyone, we should boycott so-and-so company. I had a deal with that company. They're paying us. And when we have a deal together, you're ruining that deal. And it's up to the Muslim government that you cannot disobey it like that. If the Muslim government or the ruler says boycott, then yes, because he knows things you don't know, and they have agreements, they have taken care of it. So now he says okay to boycott, and it happened before. But if it doesn't happen now, meaning that we don't know something, it's going to harm us if we boycott them. Yeah. So boycotting, that's why many of the ulama, they said boycotting is haram. It's not up to you, Habibi. It's not up to you. The deal is between the government or the government agency, like the municipality or the Department of Economy or whatever. They had a deal with so-and-so company. You come and say to the people, hey, don't buy from them. Why? Who are you? What authority do you have? It's not allowed.
It's haram. If you boycott Starbucks, it's haram. McDonald's is haram. What authority do you have? If the ruler says you have to buy McDonald's and you have to support Israeli businesses and you have to support Israel economic ties, you have no choice, Habibi. You have no choice. And if you don't stuff the Big Mac down your gullet, if you don't suck down the Frappuccino from Starbucks, then you are doing something haram and you're a khariji. Eat that Israeli Big Mac, drink that Israeli Frappuccino, caramel latte or whatever. So this is Faris Hammadi. And he, Rabbi Faris, he came out with this immediately. He's on the ball. Like he knows, whenever the ummah is going out of line and is doing something haram, like boycotting Israel, he's quick dropping that TikTok video. This is haram. This is haram. You khawarij. And this was like this went viral basically. And you had even Zionist accounts, and I think even like accounts associated with the Israeli government who were tweeting it and saying, oh, this is what a Muslim scholar is saying, that boycotting Israel is haram. Why don't you listen to your scholars, you deviant Muslims, you terrorists? This is the kind of person Rabbi Faris is. And then he got a lot of backlash. So he's had to retract his stance. So he's made many videos about boycotting because he can't get his story straight. And let's hear what he says. So he was doing this interview with Sneeko, and he ordered a Coke. He's drinking Coca-Cola. So now what's his stance now on boycotting?
And in that interview, I ordered a Coke, given the thing that I believe in, that I believe that boycotting in Muslim countries, it is up to the person. And I mentioned in Sneeko's interview.
Oh, now it's up to the person. Boycotting is up to the person. Wait. Didn't you say it was up to the ruler? We saw the video. You said that boycotting is up to the ruler. Now it's up to the person. So if you want to do it, you don't want to do it, it's up to you.
That I don't believe that our franchise, which are located in the UAE or any Muslim country, specifically I'm speaking in the Gulf, it doesn't affect anything. It doesn't benefit our brothers and sisters in Gaza in any kind of way.
It doesn't
the factories help. In the UAE, the money's in the UAE, the workers are Muslim, the owner is Muslim. So that fraction of royalty, we call it royalty, that fraction of, they pay for the mother company because of the branding and the ingredients, and it's a franchise.
It's a franchise,
So
yeah.
that, and I said this in the interview. I said it's insignificant, that it doesn't
It's insignificant.
doesn't affect,
No
and
effects.
it doesn't benefit Gaza. Doesn't affect or
benefit.
harm
The
Israel.
royalties.
So I don't think that this is effective. So why should I do it? And so,
Okay, so change the story. Before it was, no, it's haram to boycott. You have to get permission from the ruler. He got so much backlash that the Islam apparently changed. Maybe he got revelation. What was haram suddenly is now halal. It's up to you. You can choose. It's mubah, basically. You can boycott. You can't boycott. So look at this spineless coward. And the funny thing is, he doesn't understand boycotting. He doesn't understand franchising. That royalty is like, oh, nothing leaves. When you boycott McDonald's in a Muslim country, nothing is going to go to outside of the Muslim country. Yes, the royalty will leave. The royalty that the franchise collects, that goes to the parent company. As a franchisee, you're giving a percentage, and sometimes it's a significant percentage. You've bought the franchise, so the money that you have spent, like let's say you want to open a McDonald's, you spend $1 million to buy the franchise, to be licensed to use the logo of McDonald's, to use the market or the branding of McDonald's. You're paying for that, like $1 million. So that's money that goes out of your country, out of the UAE. It goes outside to these, wherever that company is located. So that is money that's going outside of your country, number one. Then there's royalties that are every quarter or annually are going from your business, as a franchisee, to the parent company. So that's number two. Number three, if that franchise suffers because Muslims in the country are boycotting it, then future business owners will not want to buy that franchise. Muslim business owners, millionaires or billionaires in the UAE or in any of these Muslim countries will say, well, I better not buy McDonald's, I better not buy Starbucks because there's a boycott. So let me buy another franchise, a franchise that will have Muslim customers. So then they'll spend that $1 million or the millions of dollars to buy franchises that Muslims will buy food from or buy clothes or whatever from. So this is basic logic. Like, this is how boycotts work. And this Faris, Rabbi Faris, wants to pretend that he doesn't understand any of this. Even though he's a business owner, he had his CrossFit gym. So I'm sure he has like this kind of knowledge of how franchises works, but he's playing dumb. So this is very despicable, disgusting. What a loathsome person. Like, the minimum that Muslims want to do is, I want to do something for my brothers and sisters in Palestine. I can't do much, but the least I can do is I won't buy from these companies that overtly have supported this kind of war against Palestinians. I want to do the minimum. And then immediately this Zionist agent comes and says, no, it's haram. It's haram to do even that little bit. Imagine what kind of a sellout agent you have to be. There's not enough, bad things that can be said about such a person.